Name is DJ, and going to be doing a Premier League cast today. It's Southampton up against the Liverpool to end Premier League week. Oh God, what game week is it here? I can use my fantasy account to check. It always says live scoring. It's match week 17. We are wrapping up match week 17 here today with these two teams. Decently exciting game, although we do have a couple of names excluded from starting rosters here due to some injuries, some COVID, and a one particular weirder injury to Shea Adams. I believe he's out with a concussion. So a couple people missing from the lineups, unfortunately, but should be pretty strong selections by both managers nonetheless. I do want to get through those really quickly, but give me 1 second just to pull up the match here, as we're just 4 or so minutes away from getting started. Getting a bit of a late start as I had to heat up my lunch. All right, there we go. Teams are kind of getting ready here. Let me switch sides here. I just had some spicy food too. I had some kimchi, like a Korean kimchi soup basically, and I'm gonna need to watch myself sniffling because I always get very sniffly when I have spicy food. So I do have to keep an eye on myself. Just make sure we don't abuse that and it gets really obnoxious. I've been listening to myself back just to try to get a little bit better at what I'm doing, just to try to be aware of my own flaws and things that I can improve on, and maybe casts that I think I've done well or done poorly at, so I can continue to get better, choose a style, figure out kind of what I want to be as a caster. So that's been something I've been picking up on, is that, if I've eaten food recently or I'm waking up, like I'll be very sniffly at points during the cast, and it annoys me. So I know it, if it annoys me, I know it could potentially annoy you. Just texting my dad here. I've been talking to my parents recently, and they've been watching a decent amount, and I was asking them at one point whether they actually were just watching to help me or watching because they liked it. And apparently they watch because they like it, and I know that maybe sometimes they struggle to know. I don't know if they have notifications on for me, so I just wanted to tell them. But let's go through the lineups as the teams are out here, just about to get started. So we talked about a couple of absences here for Southampton. Fraser Forster in goal today, as Alex McCarthy, I believe, is out. I can't remember if it's injury or COVID, but won't be available for selection. Kyle Walker-Peters, Jan Bednarek, Jack Stevens, Ryan Bertrand making up the back four. So no Yannick Vestergaard, who has been absolutely incredible for them this year, scoring multiple goals, being a huge threat in the air, and generally anchoring the center of what has been a very solid defense for Southampton in the league this year alongside Bednarek. So no Vestergaard today. Musa Genepo actually going to be on the right to start off today. Stuart Armstrong take up his place on the left of midfield. Ibrahima Diallo and James Ward-Prowse, the midfield duo. And in advance in the striking positions in this 4-4-2 are Danny Ings, the main man here for Southampton, alongside Theo Walcott. Moving over to Liverpool, we see Alisson Becker in goal, Andy Robertson, Fabinho, Jordan Henderson, and Trent Alexander-Arnold going to make up the back four. So we've talked about how Liverpool have been shorn of center backs this season with injuries to Van Dijk. Joe Gomez likely out for the season. Matip has struggled for fitness at multiple points as well. And so they're actually going to go away from Nathaniel Phillips and Reece Williams, who have both gotten appearances, and take their captain, Jordan Henderson, move him back into central defense here today. Keep an eye on that, see how it does pay off. Something that Pep Guardiola has done in the past to try to get more distribution out of the back when Xabi Alonso was playing for him at Bayern Munich. We'll see if that is what Jurgen Klopp is going for, or if more of a forced change due to shortness of fitness. Thiago Alcantara, Jorginho Wijnaldum, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain making up the midfield trio with Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino, and Mohamed Salah. The main men here up front for Liverpool will lead the line once again. Taking a look at the table for these teams, Liverpool are tied joint top with United, of course, still in first place on goal differential. Pretty healthy goal differential lead. They have 8 more goals, goal differential than United does, but are tied with their league rivals here, and their historical rivals, Man United, at the top of the table. Will want to make a good impression here, as Man United still have a game in hand after this game week. Liverpool will want to continue to stay in the lead, make it hard on the Red Devils. For Southampton, they currently sit in the top half, sitting 9th on 26 points in a big sort of clump of teams on 26 points. Aston Villa in 7th, Chelsea in 8th, Southampton in 9th, West Ham in 10th, all on 26. But of course, Southampton has this game in hand on Chelsea. Aston Villa, of course, does have a couple games in hand on the rest of the league. They have only played 15, so potential for them to climb a lot higher. But Southampton can climb over Chelsea today into 8th place. Can climb up as high as potentially 6th if they do get this win against Liverpool. Liverpool will be looking to turn things around a little bit here, as they have gone 2 matches without a win, 2 draws, one against West Brom and one against Newcastle. Pretty low-level teams for Liverpool. They've been disappointing results for them for sure. Roll down the scoreboard here, just getting started. Here's Bertrand with the early throw in here for Southampton. He'll launch it forward towards Theo Walcott. Taken away by Liverpool. Hooked forward by Fabinho, giving chases Firmino. Well handled here by Bednarek, though, and Southampton with the first real spell of possession in this game. Diallo looks back for Bednarek. Ings' flicked pass there comes off of Fabinho. Bounces around the Liverpool players. Yo, what's up, young Bolus? How you doing? Well, my fantasy week was doomed by Kieran Tierney. I'm playing against Robbo as well, so I'll just let you have it. Shea Adams was my last player, and he's out with concussion. Oh, also, I haven't mentioned to those who are here and may not have heard yet, we made it. We are officially Twitch affiliates. So we have made it to the point where people can subscribe to the channel. We can officially make money through Twitch. I would recommend to everyone not to subscribe to my channel. I am way too early on in my streaming for that to be a worthwhile investment. But we have made it. We are a Twitch affiliate, and I do want to thank everyone that is here. I know everyone who showed themselves has definitely been here before, and love that you guys are back with us. Here's a huge chance for Ings, and it's already in! What a start from Southampton here. It's Danny Ings, the man of the moment, the man of the hour, the man who's carrying Southampton through this season, and he's given them an opening goal inside the first 3 minutes. I'm trying to sit here and give thanks to everyone who's been on my channel. We'll do it in a second after we recap this goal. But what a beautiful goal from Ings there. James Ward-Prowse fakes the free kick. Instead of crossing it deep, he just clips it over the top here. Alexander-Arnold misses his clearance there as he goes up against Walcott. Now you can see this is definitely designed. Yeah, Alexander-Arnold can't get there. What a touch from Danny Ings. It's fading away from goal. He's on his weaker left foot. He has to kind of lift it over the top of Alisson as it's running away from goal. And what a beautiful finish there. Perfectly weighted into that far corner. Lobs Alisson, gives him absolutely no chance. That's brilliant finishing from Danny Ings. And a great set-piece routine here from Southampton that has sent Ralph Hasenhuttl into raptures on the sideline. He is thrilled with his team. Huge start for Southampton, and Liverpool now sort of already facing an uphill battle and facing what has been a struggle for them. We mentioned they've drawn their last 2 matches against pretty poor sides relatively in the table, and certainly relative to their own skill level. And now, although Southampton is certainly a more difficult opponent than the last 2, they already have the lead here. And Liverpool may be looking at 3 matches on the run with no victories. As Genepo has it, he's coming forward. That one poked off him by Henderson. Good tackle there by the makeshift center back here today. Yeah, that sucks, Nolan. That was rather unfortunate timing for your fantasy team. But yeah, I do want to just finish my thought and say thank you to everyone that is here. I appreciate you guys all so much. I'm really happy to see people continue to come back to the channel. And as I mentioned, I saw one more person just hopped on. We are Twitch affiliates now. We have hit the threshold that cannot be taken away. And I am now eligible to get subscriptions and everything. So a big milestone for us. And I couldn't have done it without all of you. And I really appreciate all of the interest, all of the help, everything that you guys have given to our very small community at this point, and hopefully one that will grow in the future. Here's Liverpool on the other end with a chance. That's a good shot from Firmino that's deflected. Wow, actually no deflection, and sounds like the broadcasters were as confused as I was. It didn't look like Firmino should have missed the target from here. How did that not take a deflection? But yeah, just not on target there, and really no complaints from the Liverpool players, so must have been just a bit of a miss there for Roberto Firmino. Did get a critical goal, of course, a couple weekends ago in a 2-1 win over Tottenham. Tottenham at that point were still on top of the table. Liverpool retaking the throne during that match, but has still struggled. Roberto Firmino to get locked onto the target. We mentioned before that goal at home, it had been quite a few matches. I can't remember the exact number, but so many before he had scored a goal at home, trailing all the way back to last season. Had scored a couple away, but had really been struggling to find the goal. Of course, Roberto Firmino is still incredibly important to the Liverpool side. He fits in so brilliantly at that number 9 role, can come deep, connect possession, spray passes out to the wide men in Salah and Mane. It's not that he hasn't been good for them. It just, as a number 9, there are always thoughts and criticisms and wonders about, how often they're going to get on the score sheet. It is their job as strikers. And when there are long droughts, questions are often asked. It's Fraser Forster here, again forced into action here by the unavailability of Alex McCarthy, the usual starter for Southampton. While Fraser Forster has a ton of experience, anytime you're just coming back from a long spell of not starting matches, not playing a lot, can be a little bit skittish on your first couple touches, and he almost gave that one away to the pressure of Mane. Fabinho lobs this one out to Mane. That one taken away by Walker-Peters. Oh, Nolan, or Young Bolus, I don't know if you noticed that little thing next to your name there. But that means you are a channel VIP. Bednarek clearing this one up the field. Be won by Liverpool. Settle down to Thiago. Come over to Trent Alexander-Arnold. He'll swing one forward. Stevens does well to hold off Salah there. It's cleared away by Forster. Now Thiago battling for possession here with a couple Southampton players. Wijnaldum will bring it down. We see Southampton's recent form. No losses in their last, there is one loss in their last 5 matches. One loss in their last 5, but also only one win, a loss, and 3 draws for them. I've seen them drop down from their highest point in the table, sitting up, I believe, at 4th at one point. Now sitting in that 9th position. Still a very positive position for Southampton. Finished last season in a relegation battle and have easily outdone that pace so far this season as we approach the halfway point of this Premier League season. Looking very, very safe and quite likely a team that finishes in the top half. Here's a good combination from Liverpool. Mane inside the box is poked off him by Ward-Prowse, and some pretty desperate defending there from Southampton is just enough as Bertrand gets that one away, and now Walker-Peters is hauled back by Robertson. I just jammed my water bottle into my lip. Ow. Waiting for the goal kick here. Taking his time is Fraser Forster. Will finally lob this one up the far side. Headed down by Fabinho. Bouncing around the heads. Comes off a Liverpool player last for a throw-in. Thrown in here to Walcott. He can't quite connect his pass. Liverpool have taken it away here. It's Allison. Allison slinging one up the near touchline here. That one just going to stay in play. Jack Stevens forced to send it all the way back to Fraser Forster, who this time picks out a very nice pass into Bertrand. Bertrand looks over the top. Surely offsides here is Armstrong, and he is. The flag has gone up on the far side. Decent play there by Southampton. Very composed from Forster and Ryan Bertrand. Armstrong trying to steal in behind there, but it was far too early. I think the Liverpool back line was aware of that, stepped up to ensure that was a clear offsides. Liverpool now getting it restarted. Wearing their light blue away kits here today. Southampton at home going to be the team in red. Alexander-Arnold. That pass slightly deflected, but does make its way to Oxlade-Chamberlain. He'll cross one in on the ground. That one blocked away by Jack Stevens. Ooh, and now Genepo does very well. Dances right by Alexander-Arnold. He'll send one forward for Armstrong. In a foot race with Henderson. Gets a cross away, but Henderson gets a deflection on it. Good defending there by the Liverpool captain, and that breaks the attack up as Allison comes out to claim it. Alexander-Arnold lofting one forward towards Mane. He lays it off for Salah, who will continue his run up against Walker-Peters here. He'll hold Walker-Peters off. Good combination here with Liverpool. Oh, beautiful stuff. Salah almost turns away from Diallo there, but does just enough. Still with Liverpool. Now Oxlade-Chamberlain out to Alexander-Arnold. Crossing it in. Up go the heads. That one bouncing around the box still and finally cleared away. Bednarek doing enough there. Hoofing that one out. It's a good ball by Alexander-Arnold. Gets about a half yard, sets himself, gets right over the top of Bednarek, and Walker-Peters does just enough at the back post to disrupt Salah and Mane. Walker-Peters a little slow to get up here. So he went down on the far side after getting in that aerial duel with Sadio Mane. Early cross coming in here from Oxlade-Chamberlain. Will be deflected out for a corner kick. First of the match here. Jordan Henderson will come forward for this one. We mentioned Henderson deputizing as a center back here today. Liverpool struggle with available senior center halves. As this one comes in, header down, bouncing around the box. Still with Liverpool. Mane. Here's a strike, and that one well wide there by Henderson. He was leaning back trying to swing his foot at that one and mishit it horribly. What a chance here from Liverpool as the header comes in there, I believe, from Wijnaldum, but it just goes too straight down and bounces off of Jack Stevens instead of going on target. And eventually the bodies of Southampton defenders are able to force a poor effort from Jordan Henderson that slices wide and high. Forster getting this one restarted, looking long towards Genepo. He'll win the initial header. The second ball won by Henderson. Thrown forward here. But it is Liverpool coming away with possession. It's Andy Robertson. Wijnaldum. Good layoff here for Mane. Mane dancing around a couple challenges. Tries to clip one over the top, but it falls for Thiago. Now his pass for Alexander-Arnold uncharacteristically inaccurate. It's taken away by Bertrand. Now Southampton trying to play out. And Genepo has a little bit of a miscontrol there. Bounces off him for a Liverpool throw. Alexander-Arnold. Settle down here. Inside the box is Salah trying to get through a couple challenges, but Ward-Prowse takes it away. Ward-Prowse's clearance can't get by Thiago, though. Now Liverpool have possession once again. Hello, Man United is best. Thank you. I appreciate it. There's Robertson. That one taken away from him by Armstrong. Excellent tackle by Armstrong. And he's hauled over by Robertson a little cynically, and that's a yellow card for Andy Robertson. And oh, sorry, young Bolus. That's a rough one. What is he, -4 right now? It's beautiful stuff from Armstrong there. You can see gets his body in initially, slows Robertson down. Brilliant sliding challenge to take that one away. And then, yeah, that's just cynical from Andy Robertson. So he will get himself an early yellow card here, just 15 minutes into this one. Apologizes to his international teammate there, Armstrong, but definitely deserving of the yellow card there. Ings is offside here as the restart comes from the free kick. It's a bit wasteful there from Danny Ings. Southampton are excellent at set pieces. A lot of big bodies there, even without Yannick Vestergaard and Oriol Romeu available for selection here today. It is an area in which their squad has excelled this season. Every one of those set pieces that you do not generates at least a ball into the box or something decent out of it is a bit of a waste for a team like Southampton. So they do have a lot more in their locker than just set pieces. This has been shown by Shea Adams and in particular Danny Ings throughout the season. Ings already on the score sheet here once again today, opening up the scoring in the 3rd minute of play on a brilliantly lofted ball over the top of Allison's head. Long ball from Alexander-Arnold here is chested down by Bednarek. That's great control there on the chest by Jan Bednarek, whose partnership, as we mentioned, with Vestergaard has really blossomed this season. Both of them have struggled to keep clean sheets in the past. Notably, were on the receiving end of that 9-1 defeat. I think it was 8-1 or 9-1 to Leicester City last season that actually sort of springboarded their comeback into the league. At the time they lost to Leicester, they were hanging around the relegation zone and finished in the upper end of the bottom half, I believe, at the end of last season. Went on an excellent run to finish the season and picked it up again at the start of this one. So Bednarek and Vestergaard, two of the players really improving over that period and forming an excellent partnership at the heart of Southampton's defense, which they have added to with the likes of Walker Peters, who is defending Mane well here, forces Mane to roll that one out for a goal kick. And there is that man, Danny Ings, as we look back at the goal one more time. A little clipped ball over the top here. Alexander-Arnold can't get a piece of it, and that's just brilliant from Danny Ings. He knows where the goal is, but he doesn't even get a look at it. He's looking at the ball the entire time. He's running a little bit away from the goal to the left-hand side as the ball curls away from the goal. He has to just pretty much know where that back post is and how much power he has to put on the ball, and he just places it perfectly. Allison doesn't even make an attempt because he knows he can't do anything, and it's brilliantly tucked into that right-hand side netting. What a finish from Danny Ings. What a striker he is. What an acquisition he's been. A former Liverpool player himself. Never super successful at Anfield. Combination of a lot of competition for places and injuries she has struggled with throughout his career, but has absolutely blossomed in his next location here on the south coast of England. Coming forward here, it's a great ball in behind. Here comes Salah bursting into the box. He's almost around Forster, but what a save from Fraser Forster. The flag has come up here against Mo Salah, but Fraser Forster will be very happy with his performance there in that 1v1, getting a great kick save as Salah tried to dribble that one by him. See it once again here. It's a good combination between Thiago and Firmino, and a cheeky little backheeled pass here from Sadio Mane puts Salah in behind. He is clearly offsides here. Look at Forster, comes out at the right time, gets himself big, gets that foot out there, deflects that one away. Ball bouncing around here. It's going to be settled by Henderson. He'll play this one off of Genepo. Still bouncing around. Ball in play. Wijnaldum tries to ping it around Stuart Armstrong. Salah tries to play in Mane, but Salah's pass is the one that breaks down the move. Fortunately for Liverpool, Southampton happy to give it right back. Ooh, but here's a mistake from Alisson. He shorts his pass. Here's Walcott getting around Fabinho. He has a player on the left, but he can't get it over to Genepo. Henderson does just enough there to cut that passing angle off, and Alisson will be breathing a bit of a sigh of relief as his defense is able to bail him out. He left his pass intended for Robertson very short. Theo Walcott intercepted that one and almost sprung Southampton in there. Walker-Peters turning very nicely away from Wijnaldum. Gets around Thiago too, but finally crowded out by all the blue shirts. Genepo comes over to help, and Southampton have it again. Armstrong picking out Theo Walcott. His touch is just too far, and Henderson able to nip in and take that one away before Walcott can strike it. Thiago, another inaccurate pass. That one deflected by Walcott, but again, Southampton can't take advantage. They will be rewarded with possession, though. Stevens. Diallo. Or Prowse. Southampton finally slowing things down just a little bit here as they keep possession around their defensive line. Slung forward here by Stevens. That one easily nodded back into the hands of Alisson by Andy Robertson. Alisson will roll it out. Liverpool will try to build up from the back here. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's pass is deflected off of Genepo. He tries to get around Salah, but Diallo there to clean up the bouncing ball. Southampton in possession once again. Clip forward. Go the heads. That one actually right over the top of Oxlade-Chamberlain's head, but is still with Liverpool. Alexander-Arnold. Thiago. That one comes off of Salah, I believe. Nope, does get a slight deflection. Yeah, it does come last off of Salah, excuse me. Here's Southampton coming forward. Good switch of play there from Danny Ings. Has found Walker-Peters. Now with Armstrong, who's going to take a shot here from about 25 away and deflects off of Walcott, who is offsides. It'll be a free kick here to Liverpool. And Armstrong pretty disappointed. Actually has his head in his hands. I think he thought he caught that one pretty sweetly. Alas, we will never know. Alexander-Arnold slinging one up the near side towards Salah. Stevens does enough there after going to ground, wins the initial header. It's come over to Robertson, though his early cross headed away by Bednarek. Armstrong clears this one, only as far as Henderson. Liverpool will restart it once again. Alexander-Arnold. Oxlade-Chamberlain's pass just going to dribble out of play there. Be a throw in for Southampton. A little bit of frustration from Mo Salah here. He feels he was being held by Stevens. Yeah, you can see actually Stevens has a pretty good grip on him there. Arm across the chest. Yeah, I think Salah has a pretty good argument here. That ball may have been out of play either way. Bertrand towards Genepo. That one won by Alexander-Arnold. Bouncing around here. Mane will swing it over to Robertson. Comes back out to Alexander-Arnold. Good ball by Alexander-Arnold in behind, but Forster reading the game well here. Comes out of his box to clear that one away before Firmino can arrive. Throw in here from Liverpool. It's taken away by Armstrong, but bounces back to Wijnaldum. Alexander-Arnold crossing one. Poked away by Walker-Peters. Armstrong's pass deflects. Picked up by Diallo. He's going to power past Wijnaldum. Going to look in behind for Walcott. His pass forces Walcott a little bit wider than he'd like. He's also off sides a little bit early there from Walcott. Decent attempt here for Southampton. Actually going to come to nothing. Yeah, just a little too eager there as Walcott. He's definitely off sides. This is Liverpool on the far side of the pitch. It's Mane up against Walker-Peters. Southampton winning out on that far side. Bounces around, settled by the Saints. And now goes long from Forster. Up goes the head of Fabinho. He wins the initial header, but Stuart Armstrong there to pick up the second ball. He'll clip one in behind for Ings. Heads it down. Over to Genepo, striking, and that's a little bit too high. Good attempt here from Southampton. Once again, stemming through that man, Danny Ings. It's Armstrong clipping this ball into him. He does very well to win the initial header. Brings it down for Genepo, who elects to take a first-time strike there. Tries to curl it towards that far right corner. Gets good curl on it, but a little bit underneath that ball. Causes it to rise too high and sail in behind Allison's goal into the empty bleachers. It's Thiago. Fabinho. Over to Henderson. Fabinho. Firmino. Thiago Alcantara. Fabinho. Salah. Pass intended for Oxlade-Chamberlain. Won't connect as Oxlade-Chamberlain had cut his run short. Think he thought he was offsides. Diallo under pressure here. He gives it away. Good reading by Thiago. Now coming is Firmino into Salah. Poked away. And Diallo gets a second chance, and this time will not miss his pass. That intended pass for Genepo is intercepted by Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool have it once again. Robertson trying to push this one past Walker-Peters. Gets some help from Armstrong, and Armstrong will play it off of Robertson. Southampton throw. Not sure what the early whistle is for here. Oh, also, guys, one thing to note: I bought a racing chair today, a gaming chair. So we'll have it in mid-February, but hopefully, the next time you see me, the top of this chair will no longer be here. It'll be more like up here, and I'll actually have some lumbar support. So I'm pretty excited about that. Swing lobbed forward by Walker-Peters, bouncing around the heads. Walker-Peters just going to keep this in play as he hoofs it up the far touchline. Here's Genepo, bit of a loose touch there. Wins the second challenge against Alexander-Arnold. And now coming forward, he'll draw a free kick as well. Good work by Moussa Genepo, who so far has done pretty well up against Trent Alexander-Arnold here today. Has already beaten him one or two times on the dribble. Now winning another challenge. See that little shove from Alexander-Arnold? James Ward-Prowse standing over this one. We've already seen Ward-Prowse assist on the only goal of the match here. That goal from Danny Ings as he clipped the free kick over the top. And we know what a wizard James Ward-Prowse is from set pieces. See what he can conjure up here. Clips one in instead of swinging it in. Couple bodies go down in the box with the referee not really interested there. So it was Bednarek tumbling over. Now Liverpool trying to come the other way. Long pass. Believe that was from Henderson. It's a little bit too far from Salah. Forster coming out to clear that one away. And now Genepo is going down to ground, and Robertson has put it out as Genepo looks to be in some pain at the moment. Liverpool weren't exactly in an attacking position, so Robertson elected to just play this one out for Genepo to get some treatment. See what happened here. So here is Bednarek on the other end. Yeah, I don't see a whole lot there. So Genepo finally getting some treatment here. See what happens to him. Not exactly sure what it is. He did go down holding the back of his left leg. Genepo did after that challenge with Alexander-Arnold. And a change is being prepared here. This may be very unfortunate for Genepo, as it seems that the signal has already been made to make the change, and it will be made. So Moussa Genepo, very unfortunate here to pick up what looks to be a pretty bad injury. I mean, he had minor contact with Alexander-Arnold. He went down pretty harshly and has now just gone down under no pressure. So Genepo will come off. Tella will come on into that right wing position, or right midfield position. Nathan Redmond not available at the moment due to a groin injury as well. So Southampton now thinning in the wing positions, and that will allow Tella a huge opportunity for young Nathan Tella to try to make an impact here, as he will get 60 minutes in this one to try to impress his manager Hasenhuttl. Be a formation, a slight personnel shift as well. Looks like Tella going to go up top here. Walcott will come out to the left. Stuart Armstrong will stay out on the right. Fabinho over to Henderson. Henderson driving one over to Alexander-Arnold, who's lofted it forward. That one brought down by Southampton. Yo, Andrew, what's up, buddy? Welcome back. Here's Andy Robertson on the far side. Sure, you're excited by the scoreline. Andrew Aviles is a big underdog fan, Everton fan, but absolutely loves his Southampton players, particularly one James Ward-Prowse. Have to give Andrew credit for fantasy as well. James Ward-Prowse has become an increasingly good fantasy player as the years have gone on, and is regularly being drafted in the second and third rounds now. Andrew was certainly the one to discover and believe in James Ward-Prowse back when he was on and off starter for Southampton. A wizard of the waiver wire. You didn't... Oh, my... You're making me look bad, Andrew. I'm giving you all this credit about how much you believe in James Ward-Prowse, and you didn't start him? I mean, I can see you dropping Ilkay, though. That's not like that unusual. Although he did start. Hey, I mean, I lost my matchup to a 40-point Tierney effort. It happens. Here's Mane driving forward, cutting inside, striking, and gets a little bit underneath that one. Does Sadio Mane. Good opportunity for Mane. Probably the best of the match here so far for Liverpool, is the clearance here from Stevens just not good enough. Picked out well by Thiago. Gives him a lot of space as he does get inside of Walker Peters here. He's got plenty of room to shoot to try to bend this one to the back post. But yeah, it just bounces up on him a tiny little bit, and that's enough for him to get too far underneath it. Scoop that one over the goal instead of curling it into that back post. Alexander-Arnold clears this one forward. It arrives at the feet of Stevens. He'll switch play over to Walker Peters. Walker Peters. Bednarik. All the way back to Forster. He'll get a little pressure from Firmino. Shifts it onto his left. That's a bit of a scuffed clearance there from Forster, but it gets the job done. Southampton have possession once again. Armstrong. Walker Peters. That one bounces off of Robertson. Played back here is Fabinho with it now. Liverpool taking that one away from Southampton. Alexander-Arnold. Fabinho. Going to drive one up to Robertson, who clips one over the top. Running onto its Mane, but can't quite get there. Forster aware once again. He's been very good at coming off his line thus far today. He'll just roll this one out to Stevens. Good pass into the check-in from Stuart Armstrong, who's still running. He waits too long, though, and Walcott's offsides, and you can see Walcott knew it. Just before Armstrong played that pass, Walcott threw his hands into the air knowing that it had taken too long. He was offsides. He'd made a good run, and it just took Armstrong too long to release the pass. Forced to check his run. Liverpool take it away. They're building up from the back now with Alexander-Arnold. He's forced backwards. Good pressure from Walcott. Allison over to Fabinho. Fabinho driving forward still. He'll move it all the way over to Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold's attempted pass is deflected by Walcott. Does stay in play. Can't take it past Bertrand, though. And it will be a throw into Southampton. 37th minute here. And it's been a bit of a struggle once again for Liverpool in an attacking sense. We mentioned they've had 2 draws in the last 2 matches against teams that are much farther down the table than them. West Brom and Newcastle. Earning those, a 1-1 with West Brom, a 0-0 with Newcastle. They have been struggling to get chances against those teams and to convert those chances. Particularly conversion was the issue against Newcastle. I would expect they had 2 or 3 expected goals in that match. Oh, here's a good pass in for Salah, bursting into the box. Great challenge from Ryan Bertrand here. Gets just enough of the ball to poke that one off of Salah. And a goal kick has been given here. Excellent work from Ryan Bertrand retreating here. Take a look at the replay. I think that should be a corner, actually. So Bertrand doesn't actually get any of the ball, but he doesn't really make a challenge on Salah. It's actually Salah who's trying to stick his boot in to sort of disrupt Bertrand, who's running in. Yeah, what could have been. Don't worry, man. Matt picked up Kieran Tierney against me. Scored 40. The rest of his team didn't do anything. I lost. Up goes the head here of Thiago. Bouncing around now. It's won initially by Oxlade-Chamberlain. That's a very poor header there from Oxlade-Chamberlain. He gets a second bite at it. Still bouncing around. Finally, the sequence of headers is completed with Thiago bringing it down. Swung out to Robertson. Mane absolutely torching Walker Peters here. That should be a free kick. Yeah, it's the right call. Walker Peters complaining a little bit that he was bundled over by Mane, but you could clearly see that Walker Peters was unbalanced there as Mane had gotten the better of him on that dribble. It's actually Southampton's first foul of this match. Here's Robertson. Standing over this with Alexander-Arnold. It will be Robertson swinging it in. Up goes the head of Roberto Firmino. That one goes wide. He looks back at the assistant referee. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe looking to see if he was offsides. That did not come. So another disappointing effort there from Firmino, who gets to the ball first but can't direct his header on target. Forster slings this one forward. Up goes the head of Oxlade-Chamberlain. Still bouncing around here. Ings going to swing one in behind for Tella. But he'll get there second behind Robertson. Robertson looking back to Fabinho. Alexander-Arnold. Cleared forward by Henderson, but settled well by Southampton. It's Bertrand now, swinging it up the opposite direction. It won't roll all the way into Liverpool box. It will force Alisson into a bit of an awkward clearance, but per usual, the Liverpool goalkeeper, cool, calm, and collected. Here's a flick on from Ings. Nathan Tella has the ball. He's looking for a chance. Strikes it, and it's wide. Big chance here for young Nathan Tella on for that injury to Moussa Djenepo. So you can see the flick on from Ings here. Tella, good burst of speed, gets there before Alexander-Arnold gets himself some space, and the finish is just not good enough. A little unfortunate there for Tella. He had the space to get a good strike away, Alisson might have had it covered, but he certainly could have challenged the Liverpool goalkeeper if he'd curled it a little bit more. I think that's a fair thing to do, potentially, Nolan. I mean, it's tough to trade. He just doesn't play enough. And Smith Rowe's been good in their last 3 matches. I would imagine that Arteta would stick with him. So, yeah. Wait, Vestergaard is still available in your guys' league? Yes. Yes. What? How has no one picked him up? He's like 16th. I mean, yeah, but how long? Ah, I see. Okay. How long is he hurt? What's the injury? Oh, that's not that bad. I wouldn't drop him for a 4-week period. I would pick that up. I would snap that up in a heartbeat. Ward-Prowse launch this one forward. Good pass here by Thiago. Brilliant pass, really. Swung in now by Robertson, but a little bit too high. Forster has fumbled it. And Firmino's shot still went wide, but the foul is called here as Forster went up over the top of Salah. And you can see Forster has it in control. Yeah, it actually... the broadcasters are saying he got away with that one. I actually don't think he did, because the ball was collected. It was in his hands as he's going over the top of Bertrand and Salah there. The ball only comes loose after it bounces off of Salah's arm. So look back on the replay here of that chance for Tella. Yeah, it just doesn't bend it enough. You can see the frustration. He had the space to put that one away, or at the very least make it very hard for Alisson. He just does not bend it enough. Very unfortunate there for Nathan Tella. Huge opportunity to make a mark. And one of his biggest opportunities of yet has come on as a substitute 4 times this season, but certainly the most minutes he's gotten with both Redmond and Djenepo now injured. And up against, of course, the league leading Liverpool. Try to make it 2-0 before the halftime whistle, which will be coming in just a couple minutes here. It's good work by Thiago to knock this one back to Alisson. Bit of a loose touch here from Robertson, but his pace will get him there before Armstrong. Armstrong doing well once again to defend Robertson, and now Ward-Prowse has gone to ground. Southampton still have it. The referee allowing advantage, excuse me. Tella moves this one backwards. Bertrand. Ward-Prowse. Stevens. Ward-Prowse again. Armstrong under some pressure here. Great ball in behind here. Here's Ings looking across the face of goal, and that one blocked away by Henderson. Another great opportunity. You can look at Danny Ings. He knows what a huge chance it was. Brilliant combination here from Southampton. Ward-Prowse's ball into the run of Danny Ings is absolutely weighted perfectly. That was an awkward phrasing. Is weighted absolutely perfectly. Is weighted perfectly for Danny Ings. He runs right onto it. He takes one touch to prep himself. Looks for the cross on the ground, trying to slide it over to Tella, but it's blocked away by Henderson. Here's the ensuing corner kick. Ward-Prowse from the far side. Outswinging corner. Headed away by Fabinho. Walcott settles it for Armstrong. Gets it back. Armstrong again. Driving into the Liverpool box. Cross away. Just deflected there by Jordan Henderson. It seemed to be destined to arrive at Danny Ings' feet there, but Henderson able to get a foot into the path of that ball. Deflects it into the waiting hands of Allison. So there are 4 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this half, most likely due to that Genipo injury. Alexander-Arnold swinging this one forward. Great pass by Firmino. Here's a good run on the far side by Oxlade-Chamberlain, but it's Mane who gets it, cuts it back. Tries to cross one for Oxlade-Chamberlain. That one deflected away. Now Thiago steadying himself. He'll cross one. That one not hitting any blue shirts, but Andy Robertson has picked up the loose ball. Henderson, forced backwards by Allison. 3 minutes remaining here at the end of the first half. Alexander-Arnold. Great switch of play. Picks out Robertson. Looks in behind here. Good ball for Mane. Mane to the touchline. Crossing it back. Up goes the head of Salah, and it's just wide. Best chance of the match here for Liverpool, and I think it's Stevens doing just enough there to disrupt Salah as he goes up to tuck this one home. It's a great pass from Robertson to pick out Mane here, and very dynamic attacking from Mane. That's a brilliantly weighted ball up in the air there for Salah. It's actually Bertrand who goes up to challenge him, I believe. That is Bertrand, and Bertrand does do just enough, I think, to disrupt Salah as he tries to get over the top of that cross. Nod it down into that far corner. Yeah, JWP is pretty good. Alexander-Arnold. That pass intended for Firmino does not arrive, but Southampton do give it away again. Liverpool have played it back to Allison and now will come forward. Just a minute remaining here. 2 minutes remaining at the end of stoppage time. Henderson, he's going to look long. Good ball out for Robertson. Has the run of Mane in the channel. Mane trying to dance around Bednarek. Good pass into Wijnaldum, who has to hustle to get there as he almost lost control of it. Does get it back to Robertson. Thiago. Henderson. Henderson will lob one back out to the left-hand side. It's Robertson. Looks in behind. That pass deflects. It allows Walker-Peters to steal in front of Wijnaldum, but he loses out to the Dutchman. This one swung in. Here's a chance for Firmino. Tries to flick it back to a teammate, but Ings is alert to it, and he will just boot that one away. Not sure if that went out for a corner or a throw. It is a corner here. That one did just drift out of play. So we'll see if Liverpool can get something here at the death of this half. It's Robertson from the far side. Out-swinging corner. Punched away by Forster. And the whistle has gone here. It's actually gone out of play for a goal kick. So that's poor from Robertson. And a chance wasted by Liverpool here at the end of the half. We are just about to reach that 4 minutes of stoppage time. And that will surely take us into halftime here with Southampton in a 1-0 lead. Forster sending it long. Up goes Oxlade-Chamberlain. That one will run out of play, and that will do it for the half. So the managers will jog back into the locker rooms with Ralph Hasenhuttle's side leading 1-0, courtesy of that man, Danny Ings, on the score sheet once again, saying something to one of his old teammates here, Mo Salah, as they walk off the pitch. But another gorgeous finish from Ings has given his side a chance to take 3 points and vault themselves up the table, up around 4th or 5th. But we will see what Liverpool has to say about it when we come back out for the second half. We'll see if they can come back. Again, have been struggling offensively. We'll see if there's anything Jurgen Klopp can say to them at halftime or any changes he can make to try to shift the momentum of this match. But that will do it for first half coverage. Thanks again for tuning in. And I'll just say it one more time because I see we have, well, actually we have 4 viewers right now. We had more earlier. Yeah, we'll say it at the end of the match. It's fine. I'm going to go grab, heat up some coffee. I'm feeling that mid-afternoon energy slump. When you talk, when you're like talking at the screen constantly too, it gets tiring. I'm excited so my roommate Connor comes back on the 10th. He's expressed interest in doing a cast with me. I know that Nolan has also expressed interest in doing one at some point if he ever wants to do that. But I feel like it would be interesting and a nice change of pace to have a second person, because it's just constantly me talking, right? And it's like, I'm fine with it, but I feel like there could be some more color if we had another voice. Yeah, of course you can. I cuss all the time on this channel. It's plus 18. And he came in. Yeah, he kind of came in hot with the Nita Robertson shutout. Then Danny Ings scored right away. Bit unfortunate there. And when you're in our world, it's the good old caster curse. That's what we like to call it. But yeah, with that, I'm going to go put my coffee on. I'll be back in a couple minutes. We'll discuss how this first half went, because there are some points I want to talk about regarding Liverpool's attack in general, and regarding some of the things that Southampton are doing that I think are working out really, really well. So, like I said, I'll be back in a couple minutes. Thanks again for tuning in. Hope you are enjoying the stream so far. Alrighty, should just about be on time here. So let's discuss a little bit of what happened in that first half, and it's kind of similar to what we've been seeing with Liverpool recently. Just really struggling to create, kind of the chances or the amount of chances we expect them to do. It's emblematic in how many times I've called the front three's names, for example. We've had a couple from Mane. He's had a little bit of space and time on that right-hand side. I've barely called Salah's name. He's just, there's not a lot of involvement down that right-hand side. And Firmino, the times I have, he's doing okay, but he continues to kind of miss chances. I wouldn't say he's had great ones today, though. But in general, I mean, they fall behind early. It allows Southampton to just kind of pack it in a little bit more than I think they would have. But it's not like they're not playing. Like, Southampton have made a lot of good combinations. They've gotten in behind. Tella had that second chance that should have definitely been on target at the very least. And it's been good for Hasenhuttl. I mean, I think he's had a good performance, number one, out of Walker-Peters, which has done very nicely against Mane. I think the times that Mane's wriggled free have been kind of on semi-counter-attacking and bit of a, not really his fault. But with the 4-4-2, he just got people collapsing on those two wingers, right? Armstrong's done a great job with Robertson tracking him. He's there to double with Walker-Peters if it goes wide there. They've just been collapsing well. They've been defending really well. They've been making it tight. And it's a bit weird because Liverpool have complete dominance of midfield, right? It's a 4-2-3. It's a 4-3-3 versus a 4-4-2. There's only two in the middle of the park for Southampton. While they'll get a little bit of help from their weak side wide midfielder, it's not the same. So you can see that Thiago has all the time and space in the world, but I think that was already something Southampton was going to give to them, just on principle of setting up for the game. Like, it's kind of, you either like press Thiago hard or you just let him spray passes and try to deal with it, right? But I think they are pressuring the deeper part of midfield well enough that it's just hard for the strikers to have any time and space. They need the rest of the 4-3-3 to run on and support them more. And I'm not sure if Wijnaldum and Oxlade-Chamberlain are doing it enough. Oxlade-Chamberlain's not coming inside as often as I think he needs to help his strikers have an option. Wijnaldum's trying to do it alone because Thiago is so deep. He's playing the passes. Maybe they arrive, but then they're doubled down. There's not a quick enough overlap, and they don't have a lot of support to play back and then play through. We'll see what the adjustments are or what Jurgen's done. I'll let you know what I see as this half progresses. But it looks good for Southampton. Hasenhuttl got his men playing well today. Here's Salah playing this one back to Alexander-Arnold. Swung all the way back to Alisson. Up the line here for Robertson. Good entry pass into the feet of Firmino. That's good combination play from Liverpool. Here comes Robertson. Early ball towards Salah. That one flicked away by Bertrand, doing enough at the back post there. But positive signs here from Liverpool as Salah gets a cross away that Stevens about half clears there. Clearance completed by Diallo. But good opening signs here from Liverpool. That was a brilliant combination between Robertson and Firmino to put him in behind. And a dangerous chance right off the, basically first chance since that first spell of possession from the kickoff. Now Liverpool have it once again. Robertson looking to play into Firmino's feet. That one partially deflected by Ward-Prowse, who read the pass, and now Southampton have it. Armstrong. Ward-Prowse under pressure here from behind. Mane takes that one away from him fairly. Here comes Firmino, laying it out to Robertson. Doesn't see a good cross there. Only a couple blue shirts in the box, so he goes backwards to Wijnaldum. Thiago slings one out to Henderson. Alexander-Arnold. Fabinho. Wijnaldum. Robertson. Looks for that entry pass again. Ward-Prowse is reading it once again, and he's trying to get back to his feet. Will keep possession, but it will finally taken away by Wijnaldum. Not seeing any options. He'll just retreat all the way to Henderson. Henderson clipping it back to Firmino, who's taking up a position on the near touchline here. Mane. Turning. Robertson, cross deflected by Walker-Peters. It's an early corner here for Liverpool. Here it comes from Robertson going short to Chamberlain. Comes back to Robertson. Here's the cross. Blocked away by Stevens. Here's the strike. Blocked away by Stevens again. Armstrong going to clear this one. Robertson. Thiago. He'll clip one out to the right-hand side. Collecting it is Alexander-Arnold. Cutting inside. Good cross to the back post. It's a little too high for Mane. Collected by Oxlade-Chamberlain. Swung back to Robertson. Pressure is mounting here for Liverpool. Oxlade-Chamberlain. He'll swing one in. That one flicked away by Stevens. Walcott runs it down. Battling with Alexander-Arnold. It'll run out of play for Liverpool throw. Thrown back to Henderson. Now Thiago. Swung in. Deep cross here. Over the top of Fraser Forster. Also over Mane. Robertson. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Tries to swing one out to the right. Connects with Alexander-Arnold. Cross away. Deflected. Comes to Wijnaldum, who takes a strike. That one deflects behind. Claims of a handball here. Take a look here as Wijnaldum settles this one down. Oh, boy. Yeah, it's I got bad news. I think this is going to be a handball, guys, on Stevens. His arm's kind of tucked in. Looks like the check's complete and it hasn't been given. Wow, I am surprised, I have to say, as this one swung in here by Robertson. That one flicked away at the near post. Just goes over the top of Firmino at the back post. Be slung forward by Ward-Prowse, and finally a clearance here from Southampton. What a start here for Liverpool to this second half. Clearly getting an injection of energy at that halftime talk. Here's Firmino getting in behind Southampton here. Trying to cross this one. He kind of flubs his cross and hoofed away by Ward-Prowse. Good run there from Firmino. You can see how he hooks his run to make sure he's on sides there, but he just can't get his cross right. There's Robertson. Clipping one to the backside. Salah trying to bring it down. It runs all the way to Alexander-Arnold. He flicks one over the top to Salah. Cross in towards Mane. It's over him and hoofed away by Ward-Prowse. Still Liverpool here as Fabinho collects it. Coming out to chase here. Played in behind. That one comes off a Southampton player. Stays in play for Oxlade-Chamberlain. He'll play it off of Stevens for another corner. Here comes that corner. Driven in by Alexander-Arnold. Headed away by Bednarek. Clipped back towards Alexander-Arnold by Robertson, but that one really floated. It allows Tella to put a boot through it. It's Ward-Prowse settling this one, and finally Southampton have a kick, but it is just cleared away by Bertrand. It will get Southampton back up the pitch. Good ball from Thiago out to Alexander-Arnold. His early ball blocked away. Settled by Ings. Back to Stevens. Stevens' ball is deflected by Firmino, but it has been won back by Southampton. Armstrong. Bertrand, good combination play here from Southampton, getting out of that pressure. A lot of space here for Walcott, has the support of Walker-Peters. Walker-Peters. Ward-Prowse. Bednarek. Good turn here by Diallo, gets upended there by Thiago. Southampton switching play here over to Bertrand. Comes back to Stevens. He's going to clear one forward. Out to the right-hand side, headed down by Walker-Peters. That's a great ball. Here's Walcott striking one. That one rising and a little bit too high. Getting ready here is Xherdan Shaqiri at the moment. And look at that full head of hair on Xherdan Shaqiri. Not something you expected to see. There's Walcott just taking this one down. Walcott dancing through a couple challenges here. Gets a cross away, but Allison reads that one well. Comes out to collect it. Very good work there by Theo Walcott, but at the end of the day, just not quite enough. Here's Mane. Mane going to lay it in behind for Robertson. He gets a cross away. That one headed away by Bednarek, and Ward-Prowse has enough time to launch this one sky high. Fabinho winning that one with the shoulder. Knocks it down, and it's Thiago moving it over to the right-hand side. There's Robertson into Mane. Robertson doesn't keep that one in. It just rolls out of play. And it is Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain here who's going to be sacrificed for Xherdan Shaqiri. There's Liverpool. Shifting this one out to Alexander-Arnold. He's going to look for an early ball into the box. It's headed away by Walker-Peters. Ward-Prowse tries to head it wide, but a little bit too hard for Walcott. Mane takes it. Wijnaldum. Mane. Spinning here is Firmino. Bounces off of Diallo. Comes back to Wijnaldum. Thiago. Over to Salah. This one bounces away from him. Bursting in behind here. Here's a chance for Mane. Strikes and it's blocked. Still in play here, Robertson. Wijnaldum. Mane turning again. That one poked off of him. It'll be another corner here for Liverpool. What a chance there for Liverpool. What a great sliding challenge here. I believe it's Stevens. Look at that. Great defending by Jack Stevens. Reads the play well. Gets the slide and blocks it away. Doesn't even reach Fraser Forster. Swung in here from the near corner. Forster will punch that one away. Liverpool coming again here through Robertson. Thiago. Shaqiri, that touch just escapes him. He's barely kept it in play. Clipped into the box, headed away by Ward-Prowse. Tella trying to hold off a couple Liverpool challenges here. Cannot do so. It's taken away from him. Here's Mane driving forward. Trying to get around Walker-Peters, who bumps into him. And a goal kick here. No sympathy from the referee. Here comes the goal kick for Forster as the check is complete here. Bouncing around at the moment up the far side towards Salah. He's going to... Nope, can't keep that one in play actually. So here is Bertrand. He's going to throw one up the near sideline. So bouncing around at the moment. Tella fighting off the challenge here from Wijnaldum. He'll win his side a free kick. Excellent work there by Tella. Great ball out here to the right-hand side by Bednarek. Picks out Walker-Peters. He cuts inside. Oh, that's a poor pass from Walker-Peters. It's taken away by Shaqiri. Thiago lays it out for Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold plays that one off of a Southampton player. Will just be a throw in here. Liverpool once again trying to build up from the back here. We've eclipsed the 60-minute mark here, so just a half hour remaining for Liverpool to try to find that equalizer. Great ball in behind here by Robertson. Here's Mane, cross the face of goal, and that one just escapes the reach of Salah. It's going to be a corner kick as that deflected. Look at this ball from Robertson. He sees the run of Mane. It's brilliantly weighted. Mane doesn't even have to take a touch. He first time crosses that one, but it's Bednarek who just gets a toe on that one. And that carries it out of the path of the on-rushing Salah. Here's the corner kick taken short on the far side. Alexander-Arnold gets a cross away. It's poor, headed away by Ings. Clipped in here by Shaqiri. Walker-Peters alert to it. He'll head that one away. And well done by Walcott to settle it back to Walker-Peters, who now... It's a little bit fortunate getting away from the challenge against Mane, but has picked out Armstrong, who slips and gives this one away. And it's Firmino coming away with it. Thiago. Mane. Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum slides it back here. Henderson could look long into the box here. Picks out Robertson. Well, first time ball to Mane is good. He tries to cross it. I'm not sure if he was attempting to shoot that or not. But was not a very good cross there from Sadio Mane. Now knotted down for Thiago. Liverpool trying to come again. Thiago shifts it over to Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum out to Robertson. Finding a lot of joy on this left-hand side in this half. It's Mane cutting inside. There's Ward-Prowse arriving to take this one away. Bouncing around, it's finally Diallo who comes away with it. He'll look wide for Ings, who loses out there to Henderson. Oh, that's brilliant from Ings, and he is bundled over here. Shaqiri going to be called for the free kick. So we see Shane Long warming up here for Southampton on the sideline. So Fraser Forrester going to walk over to get this one restarted. Going to look long here. It's over the top and not very accurate there from Forster, although it will sort of pin Liverpool in. It's a throw-in right by the corner flag. Maybe not the best goal kick Forster's ever taken, but if he was a coffin corner punter, that would have gotten him a raise. Alexander-Arnold throws it in, gets it back, hoofs that one away. Up goes Ward-Prowse. That looks to have bounced off his hand, and it will be a free kick to Liverpool. Robertson. Mane looking to take on Walker-Peters, but Walker-Peters reads Mane's intentions very well there. Mane tried to drop his shoulder, shift by Walker-Peters. Here's Tella just losing out to Thiago. Liverpool taking possession once again. Henderson. Fabinho. Thiago. Henderson. Alexander-Arnold looking over the top. This one brought down by Shaqiri initially, but he's forced off the ball. Stevens. Finally, enough Liverpool shirts stream forward to win possession back. It's Wijnaldum. He wants to look out to Robertson. He'll find him. Robertson will slide it back to Wijnaldum. Now Robertson again. Wijnaldum. Swung in by Henderson, looking for Robertson. Armstrong watching that one well. Will flick it away. It's a throw into Liverpool. Wijnaldum. Robertson. He'll swing across in here. Good defending at the near post by Bednarek. Diallo comes away with it. Walcott. Ings. Has Tella on the run here. Has picked him out with a great outside of the foot pass. Here comes Tella. A lot of blue shirts in front of him. He will just cut it back. Looks for Armstrong. Comes across to Ings, who strikes it, but no power on the strike from Ings. It's easily collected by Allison. Firmino lays this one off to Robertson. Wijnaldum. Thiago clips one to the far side. Alexander-Arnold will sling one forward here. Stevens reading it well, just holds off Salah and allows that one to roll out for a goal kick. '67th minute here, just about 20 minutes remaining in the second half as Forster sends this one long. Ings goes to ground here, but play allowed to continue as Alexander-Arnold launches one forward. Goes the head of Tella here, comes off of him for a throw-in. Fabinho. Andy Robertson. Henderson Henderson's pass blocked there by a sliding Danny Ings, and Henderson yelling at his strikers here to check into the ball. Frustrated by how long it took him to find a good passing angle. Fabinho. Robertson trying to look in behind. This is a good ball for Firmino. Firmino looking. Takes on Stevens. Beats him. Gets the cross away. Here's the shot. It's blocked away. Excellent defending from Diallo. Takes that chance away from Sadio Mane. That was brilliant work by Firmino. Now Walker-Peters finds Armstrong. Up against Wijnaldum. Doesn't have a lot of room to go, but he will win a throw for Southampton. Let's look at this again here. Firmino, brilliant here. Fakes cutting it back, then just turns and beats Stevens. All ends up. It's a good pass back towards Mane, but look at Diallo sliding in here. Pokes it away from Mane's outstretched foot. Good header down here by Bednarik, collected by Walker-Peters. Layoff here for Diallo is swung out towards Ings. It's a little bit short, easy header for Alexander-Arnold. Diallo settled it here. He'll move it back to Stevens. Stevens' pass intercepted here, looking for the gap, but Bednarik is there to clear it out to touch. Actually, Shaqiri will keep this one in play. Swinging one in. Flicked on by Firmino, but not close enough. Easily watched wide by Fraser Forster. This was poor here from Bednarik, giving this one away. You can see Shaqiri runs it down. Sorry, by Stevens. Decent ball by Shaqiri, but you can see the position that Firmino is heading from makes it difficult for him to try to nod that one home past Fraser Forster. It has to be perfectly accurate to the left-hand side of the goal there in the side netting to even challenge Forster. Forster now sending it towards the far touchline. Ings settles it on his thigh. Oh, brilliant from Ings there. A little bit of a Cruyff pass that does connect. Now Ward-Prowse back to Bednarik. He'll go back to Forster, who's forced into a clearance here. That one skipped up on him and made it a sliced clearance. It'll roll out for a Liverpool throw. Swung to the right-hand side by Thiago. Now out to Alexander-Arnold. Flicked forward by Alexander-Arnold, but easily read by Forster. Allows it to run into his box. He'll wait for the pressure from Mane before picking this one up. Forster going to look long. Goes the head of Fabinho here. Free kick called against Nathan Tella, as it looks like he's actually offsides. Robertson moves this one on to Firmino, who has it taken off of him by Armstrong. Armstrong lays it to Diallo. Slip here in the midfield will allow Ward-Prowse to come away with it. Forward for Tella. Oh, and Tella has a poor touch there. That one rolls under his foot. Goes out for a Liverpool throw. That's disappointing there. Thiago. Mane turning. Rolls it out to Robertson. Looks back to Mane. Mane cutting inside. Looks across the box at Salah. And that one poked away. Still with Salah. Robertson crossing to the back post. Nobody in blue there, but it is flicked back to Shaqiri, who takes a strike, but he gets underneath that one, and that is nowhere near the goal. As me and young Bolas's old club coach would say, thanks for the hot air balloon there, Xherdan Shaqiri. Liverpool continue to add pressure here in the second half. They have had essentially all of the possession and have been swinging in ball after ball, trying to find one that'll stick. They haven't quite yet. They've generated some decent opportunities. Southampton, I think, need to do a little better job of relieving some of the pressure that Liverpool are applying, but they do still have that lead. They will try to hold on here for the last 17 minutes of play. Swung forward here by Robbo. Fraser Forster clears it away. That one goes out of play. And now he needs 1.5 points. That's not even that many. It's a shot on target. Thiago. A save from Allison will do it too. Good pass here from Salah. Alexander-Arnold looks backwards. Played over to Fabinho by Thiago. Over the top here. Settled by Robertson. Wijnaldum. Salah. Plays it over to Alexander-Arnold. Here's Armstrong blocking the cross. Ings can't run this one down. It's clipped forward by Henderson, kept in play. Here's Shaqiri swinging one in. That's a poor cross. Comes back to Shaqiri, though. Thiago. Shaqiri. Alexander-Arnold. Over to Robertson. Played all the way back to Fabinho. Henderson. Fabinho. Mane. Firmino. Pressured by Walcott, but still has possession. He's found Robertson. Good ball by Robertson to Mane. Mane going to take a strike, and that will be saved by Forster. And there is your key pass, Nolan. Courtesy of Andy Robertson. See, Mane sort of kicks a bit of the dirt there as he tries to get his left foot through that one. That's Liverpool's first shot on target of the day. That's not what you want to see if you are a Red supporter. Rally bin, type it. Key pass, for those in the chat that aren't quite aware, key pass is any pass that leads to a shot on target. It's a two-pointer. Great ball in behind here, but Tella can't control that one from Walcott. I think Tella might have known he was offsides as well. Here's Thiago. Lays one out to Robertson on the near touchline. Thiago and Fabinho. Henderson. Henderson over the top. This one brought down by Diallo. Bednarik, good pass into the feet of Armstrong. Has space to turn. Lays it out wide for Ings. This one slung forward, headed down by Robertson. Well read there by the left back. He's found Mane. Mane cuts. Top of the box. Thiago striking, blocked by Armstrong. Or sorry, by Stevens. Alexander-Arnold striking, deflected wide. That one, I believe, came off of Salah last. Should be a goal kick. There are a couple of good chances here by Liverpool. Thiago, his shot comes off Stevens. This one then laid back to Alexander-Arnold, whose shot comes off of Salah, but Salah's deflection doesn't get enough on it to deflect it goalwards. You can see he tries to sort of play that one off the instep of his right foot to guide it into the back post. As Danny Ings going to be substituted here on the 78th minute. Alexander-Arnold will also be taken off in favor of James Milner. Alexander-Arnold looks a little frustrated. Wijnaldum. He'll lay one out to Mane. Mane. Crossing. Top of the box there, cleared away by Diallo, who has stuck to his defensive duties so well this afternoon. Another cross from Mane headed away by Stevens. Down by Wijnaldum. It's Robertson. Clipping one. Headed away. Robertson wins the header. It's Salah into Robertson. He has a chance here. Striking. It's deflected away. Bednarek with the sliding challenge this time to block it away. And Southampton's resistance continues here. It's a great ball by Salah into the path of Robertson. He elects to cross instead of shooting this one. And Bednarek slides in, knocks it in behind. Here's the ensuing corner kick. Robertson flicked away at the near post by Stevens. Here comes Thiago, but he can't get a strike away. It's Diallo who comes away with it. And it's Bertrand who finally hoofs it clear. It's actually Tella running onto it. He's been bundled over here. And a free kick against Xherdan Shaqiri. He'll get a yellow card for his troubles as well. And Nathan Tella doing his work for Southampton. Draws a free kick, allows him to get up the pitch here. And it does look to be a free kick. Xherdan Shaqiri claiming it was only shoulder, but it looked like his leg connected with Tella as he tried to run forward. Ryan Bertrand standing over this one. Stream froze up a little bit there. Sorry. He'll clip one in towards the back post. Easily won by Fabinho as nobody from Southampton really committed. They are in full defensive mode here with just 11 minutes remaining. Still leading by that one goal scored by Danny Ings in the 3rd minute. Shaqiri lays this one out to the right-hand side. Milner can't get there before Bertrand. It's knocked out for a throw-in. Stop the count. Does your opponent have anyone active playing? Thiago. Passes. Finds Salah. Lays it off. Cross from Milner is deflected. He goes to ground. But it looks like the referee's happy with the challenge. Might have gotten enough of the ball there. Milner's slow to get up here. He's not happy with the assistant referee. Take a look here. Ooh, yeah, I gotta say, that does not look great from Theo Walcott. I don't think he got a lot of the ball there. Alexander-Arnold not looking happy on the bench here. Fraser Forrester launches this one long to the far side. Liverpool have managed to win possession. They've sent it back, but they have a player down here. Henderson's slow to his feet. He will be helped up by Thiago, who gets this ball from Fabinho. Launch forward here, headed away by Stevens. Ward-Prowse's header falls only to Milner. His pass deflects off a Southampton body and is taken away. Walcott will just launch that one straight out of play. Almost hitting his manager, Hasenhuttl, with that one, as Hasenhuttl will prepare a substitution here. It's going to be Walcott coming off for Jan Valery. And actually, it does look like Walcott has picked up a bit of a slight knock here, as that's why he played that ball out. Seems like he is limping off. We'll hope that he is okay. Yeah, I heard them just say that was, yeah, I was going to say he was not very good. He struggled with Genipo before Genipo was injured as well. Bit of a slip here from Ward-Prowse allows Wijnaldum to come forward. Mane. Robertson. Yeah, and it's the fact that it's a record. They said it was a record for the league this season, 38 giveaways. You always got to keep in mind with Trent that, like, he's going to give the ball away because he's asked to, like, swing deep crosses in. And I think those do count as giveaways if it's taken away. Meantime, here's Jan Valery on the far side. He may be offsides. Play allowed to continue here. He'll lay it back. He's not offsides as Armstrong has it. Swung over to the left side. You do have to consider that, like, it's part of his job to give the ball away with deep crosses. But, like, 38 is obviously, like, way too many. And they said on the cast that is the most giveaways by any player in a single game in the Premier League this season. Forster launches this one forward. A bit of a defensive header there from Diallo, but it's actually collected by Walker-Peters, who skips away from Firmino. Very well done there by Walker-Peters. He has had an excellent afternoon here. Bit of an energetic start to the second half by Mane and Robertson, but Walker-Peters has really put a good shift in here, trying to limit those two. Here's good play by Liverpool. Finds Milner on the far side. He goes over. No foul called as Stevens steps in to intercept his pass. Stevens now going to look over the top. It's a brilliant ball for Valery. Here comes Allison. He's off his line. Valery puts this through his legs, but there's not enough power on it. And Liverpool can play that one away, and they'll breathe a sigh of relief, particularly Allison, although Armstrong's taking it away. He's going to hold on to it instead of cross it. Southampton just looking to kill the clock here. They do not want to commit too much to that second goal. They have lost both of their strikers. Of course, Walcott through injury. Ings was substituted as he tired. So don't have a lot of firepower on the pitch. It's come out to Walker-Peters. Diallo. Walker-Peters again. Bednarik clips one up the line here over the top. Look at the play here. Lundalu doing excellently. Valery now. Swung over by Diallo. Armstrong. That one bouncing around. Finally taken off of him. Swung forward here by Henderson. Salah's on the run, but look at Forster off his line again. Forster has been excellent here today as well. Bit of a nervy start with his very first pass being slightly deflected, but after that, he has been stellar off his line at all the right times. Very composed in possession. He's gotten a lot of help from his defenders, but has dealt with all of the crosses and shots you would expect him to deal with aplomb as well. Here's Robertson. 5 minutes remaining here for Liverpool plus stoppage time. Mane goes over. No call here. And now a bit of a cynical challenge here from Mane. He won't get a yellow card here. Mane's berating the referee at the moment as Walker-Peters is down. Take a look at this one. This didn't look great to my eyes as Mane feels he's been fouled here. Doesn't get the call, then gets up and kind of steps in on Walker-Peters. It's not as bad as it looked on the replay. He doesn't really make a lot of contact. I think he might just step on Walker-Peters' foot. Here was that chance for Valery. You can see him make the run. Robertson gives up on it, and Allison, not exactly sure what Allison's doing. There's no reason to come off his line here. Valery has no support. Instead, gives him a chance. He plays it through his legs, but just doesn't get enough on the effort. It wasn't really a shot. There's Armstrong. He's going to look in behind towards Lundalu. Lundalu out-battles Henderson here, but Henderson does get back to take it away from him. Liverpool in possession again with 4 minutes remaining in regulation. Robertson. Thiago. This one's settled down here by Valery. Poor pass there from Thiago. 15 shots for Liverpool, just one on target as Valery's pass is blocked by Robertson. It's out for a Southampton throw. Walker-Peters. Taking his time with this one. See how long the referee gives him before producing the card for time wasting. Will not do so here as Walker-Peters has gotten it started. Lundalu. Oh, gets a sliding challenge there from Thiago. Deemed to be a fair one from the center referee. Slotted out to the right-hand side by Milner. It's Xherdan Shaqiri who plays it back. Henderson. Henderson again. Thiago. Milner. Looks for the entry pass into Firmino, but it's well read by Bertrand. Taken away. Lundalu. Bit of a loose touch there. Keeps it. Forster going to be forced into a clearance by Salah's pressure. Gets it long towards Lundaloo, who wins the flick on, but he is offsides. Milner. Shaqiri. Wijnaldum. Mane trying to spin Walker Peters, but Walker Peters getting help from Bednarek, who puts it out for a throw-in. A little underrated Alisson. I mean, yeah, it was definitely a mistake. I mean, I think Alisson's pretty sick, if I'm being honest. I mean, it doesn't get much better than him. But yeah, that was a really dumb decision by him, and he was lucky that he didn't get punished for it. Here's Robertson. Fabinho. I'm surprised. Yeah, I don't know who's saying Alisson is underrated, though, Bruno. That's like, I think everyone kind of knows how good he is. There's a cross from the far side. Milner. Mane's open at the back post. Doesn't strike it. What's he doing? Robertson clipping one in towards the back post. Milner goes up, wins the initial header, but Forster calls off Stevens and dives on top of this one. He will kill a lot of time here before he punts this one away. I'm really confused. What is Mane doing here? This is great work by Milner. Look at the ball to him. His first touch is good. He settles it down. Why isn't he shooting this? I know he's got pressure from Walker Peters, but you should be firing this at Forster. Force him to make a save. See if it bounces off him. Instead, he hooks the ball back into the middle of the box. There's so many red shirts there, just waiting for that ball to come back across. Liverpool in possession again here. It's Robertson back to Firmino. Mane maybe offsides here. Is not. That one comes off of Firmino. Excellent work by Walker Peters once again. Talked about what a good shift he has put in here today. Gonna kill some more clock here, and we are going to arrive at the end of regulation here. We'll see what the stoppage time is from the fourth official. So referee gives a short whistle here to encourage play to restart from Walker Peters, who is taking as much time as he could walking back onto the pitch. 3 minutes is allotted here by the fourth official as Bertrand wins a tackle against Xherdan Shaqiri. Tella can't hold on to this one. It's going to roll out for a Liverpool throw. Liverpool get it started quickly. It's swung all the way to the left-hand side. It's Robertson. Mane tries to get around. Walker Peters does for probably the first time today. Gets a ball towards the back post, but Bertrand heads away. Down goes Thiago, but does keep possession. Henderson throws it in. Walker Peters heads it away, only partially. Wijnaldum. Oh, Mane spun him here. And it's cleared away by Stevens, who's there to help out his right back. Walker Peters struggling for the first 2 times really in that matchup against Mane since the beginning of the second half. Here's a cross to the back post. Forster is ready for it. Punches it away. Settled by Robertson. 2 minutes remaining in stoppage time here. Fabinho lays it out to Robertson. Robertson's cross arrives at Firmino, but he can't get a strike away. It bounces off him and Forster dives on it. A minute 30 remaining, and Forster will likely eat a minute of that. What a chance here for Firmino as Bednarek mistimes his effort to clear that one away, but he just can't control it. Bruno, yeah, that would happen, wouldn't it? Liverpool on a run of 3 games where they have 2 draws and potentially a loss. They have scored 1 goal in those 3 matches if it holds, right? And they would just, it would be the case. And United are on, 10 games unbeaten in the Premier League. It would just be the case that we would be on our best form of the season. They would be on their worst, and they would just come in and drub us. It would totally be that way. You're so right. All right, and here comes Alisson as this one goes out for a corner kick. It's the last chance of the match for Liverpool. A yellow card going to be assessed to Ryan Bertrand here. I'm not sure exactly what's happening with... is that static on the broadcast? Or is that my headphones. Not sure exactly. Either way, here's Robertson swinging this one into the box. Up go the heads. It's Mane, but it's over the top of the goal. And that will just about do it here. Mane missing the final chance. He was always going to be tough for him. You can see he's fading back as he tries to get his header onto this one. It's always tough to keep it down when you're jumping backwards. And he cannot do it. It sails over Forster's goal. That will take us to the 93 minutes and likely be the end of this match. Hasenhüttl waiting for the final whistle on the sideline here. Forster will send it long towards that sideline. Up goes Lindelöf, loses out. Fabinho over to Robertson. No final whistle just yet. Moves it forward. Whistle not to the mouth here as Mane gets around Walker-Peters. He's into the box here. Cross is blocked away by Bednarek. The corner will be allowed to be taken. Here comes Allison again. Short corner taken. Comes to Fabinho. And that is it. The final whistle is blown here. Liverpool fall at... oh, God, I don't know the name of the stadium. That has done it. Liverpool fall to Southampton here, and Ralph Hasenhüttl has collapsed to his knees here on the sideline, taking 3 points off of Liverpool. They climb up to 6 on 29 points. Liverpool lose their game in hand over Manchester United, who now will have the opportunity to go top in their next match. What a result here for the Saints, as the goal from Danny Ings in the 3rd minute wins the match here. An excellent defensive effort from the Saints. They run out 1-0 winners here in the south of England. And Liverpool will have to refine their form before their next match. It's now winless in 3 with 2 draws and a loss. Well, that'll do it for today, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you have really enjoyed the stream. We can only hope, Bruno. We can only hope. All right, we'll take a brief look at some of the players here. I do want to highlight pretty much the entire defensive line for Southampton. Excellent performance from them. I think Walker-Peters was stellar until that last maybe 3 minutes in which he just got tired or maybe lost focus. Mane spun in behind him a couple times, but... great performance from him. Really, really good. Probably outside of Ings, the man of the match there. Ings obviously going to get in the shout there for the goal, which was brilliant. Just a brilliant finish from Danny Ings. It's what we've come to expect from him. He's got a 7-9 there. I think that's fair. I think both he and Walker-Peters could get 8s today. I think they were that good. I think Bednarek and Stevens are 7.5. Bertrand's probably a 7. Ward-Prowse had the assist there. But I think you can give Diallo probably a 7, along with Ward-Prowse in that midfield. I think they were really solid and did their work really well. Excellent performances by them. Players to highlight for Liverpool, a little bit tough. I think if you're going to highlight anyone, can say Thiago moved the ball well. We won. Robertson had a good spell at the beginning of the second half, swinging balls in from that left-hand side. But a bit of a struggle from all the attacking players of Liverpool, which includes their fullbacks. Fabinho and Henderson not culpable for much except for the 1 goal, but that is all it takes. And as we noted, 38 giveaways from Trent Alexander-Arnold here today. That's not good enough. It was a rough performance from him. It's a rough 3 performances from Liverpool, and they will have to find a way to turn it around. But as Bruno and I have said here, we United fans know they are playing United next, so we hope that their poor form continues. But we'll see if they can turn it around. There will be a break for the FA Cup. There it is, Sunday, January 17th, Liverpool versus Manchester United, a matchup of the teams at the top of the table. We will certainly be looking to cast that one. We'll see if Connor allows me. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Might just watch it instead, but I am thrilled for that one. One thing I want to mention before I go, I mentioned it earlier in the stream, but for those of you that didn't hear it, I want to say thank you again to everyone. We are officially Twitch affiliates, so you can now actually subscribe to my channel, which makes money for everyone. I would recommend please do not subscribe to my channel. I am too small at this point and don't stream consistently enough to be worth a subscription. But it gives us some extra emotes in chat. If you look at the bottom of the chat, there's now a little circle button that gives channel points to you for watching my channel. You can exchange those channel points for little fun gimmicks within my channel that include me putting on or off a hat of your choice, maybe putting on my Snorlax onesie. It highlights messages for you. It's all nice little stuff, but we are basically an official money-earning member of Twitch now, and that is all thanks to you guys for being here. So really want to thank you again for being a part of this community, for being a part of these streams. I hope you are enjoying them, and I hope that this is something you will enjoy even more as we have made it to this point. But keep your eyes peeled for the next stream as the Premier League returns and some of the other leagues get started again in the middle parts of this month. But again, thank you to all of you. I love all of you being here. I really appreciate all of your support, and I hope you are enjoying it at the moment. But that'll do it for us today. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day.